Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
Hare Krishna. Can we do a little bit louder, please? Hare Krishna. So on behalf of ISKCON Bhaktivedanta Manor, we welcome everyone here to today's evening program. Today we'll be having a very special sadhu sangha with His Grace Madan Gopal Prabhu. So please do stick around. Just give us a few moments while we just set up the Vyasasan. So I kindly request if we can just make some space over here while we set up the Vyasasan. In the meantime, I'll just introduce Prabhu. So I'll just read out a short excerpt. Madan Gopal Das joined ISKCON Nairobi at the age of 14. He moved to the USA in 1993 to pursue further education and a professional career and led a number of college preaching initiatives between 1993 and 1999. He completed the GBC College for Leadership course in 2020 and currently serves as one of the faculty members at the GBC College. He is one of the temple directors of ISKCON Parispani, where they are constructing one of the largest ISKCON temples in North America. He is the co-director for ISKCON Communications for North America. He also serves as zonal supervisor for several ISKCON temples in the Northeast region of the USA. Under the direct order of his spiritual master in 2022, he has accepted the service of Diksha Guru. So we are very grateful, Prabhu, for your presence here. We're very thankful that you have taken the time out to share with us some wisdom. So thank you very much, and we'll pass it over to yourself.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. I'd like to request, if possible, if you're sitting on the floor, you can come closer in the front. That's a little better. It seems like everyone's clustered over there for some reason, but yeah, you can come closer. Hare Krishna. So, just a quick question. How many devotees here are chanting japa? Haribol. Wonderful. Most of us. Okay, great. Let me see. Just want to see if the screen is going to work. Ah, great. Fantastic. Imagine you're standing at the edge of this vast cliff. Wait, I'm going to share my screen here. Imagine you're standing at the edge of this vast cliff, looking down on the ocean of your spiritual life. Behind you lies the familiar territory of your current chanting habits. Sometimes attentive, sometimes distracted, sometimes mechanical. Ahead of you lies an entirely different reality. A life where every bead, every mantra, every breath pulls you deeper into Krishna's presence. So today I'm inviting you to take a quantum leap. In science, a quantum leap means a sudden, massive transformation, an instant jump from one energy state to a much higher energy state. It's not a small, gradual improvement. It's a complete shift in dimension. And that's what this session is about. Breaking free from poor japa, that autopilot chanting, the restless mind, the wandering heart. Entering a new elevated space where our chanting becomes alive and focused and deeply connected. Sri Prabhupada said, chant and be happy. But many of us have to honestly admit, we're chanting and still waiting for the happiness. Hare Krishna. That ends today. If we give ourselves fully, if we bring our whole body, our whole mind, and our heart into this chanting practice, Krishna reciprocates immediately. Immediately. You don't have to wait. Oh, what happened? Try it again. Over there, I think the wall. Okay. Come up. So I'm asking you for the next few minutes, suspend your doubts. Put down this mug of worries that you have, like you're holding a mug of all your worries, and open yourself to the possibility of transformation. This session is not about taking one more step on that path. Today it's about stepping into new reality. A reality where the Hare Krishna Mahamantra becomes your greatest treasure and deepest joy. It's not working anymore, is it? What's that? I think when they're moving the stuff, this thing got disconnected over here. Okay, never mind. We'll just keep going. Yeah, okay. All right, so we will recite one verse from the Bhagavad Gita about japa. Can we close the door or something? It's really quite noisy back there. Maharshinam briguraham Giramasmyekamaksharam Yajnanam Japayagyosmi Stavaranam Himalaya. Krishna says, of the great sages I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices I am chanting of the holy names Japa. And of immovable things I am the Himalayas. So, he says, of all sacrifices, I am japa. That's an interesting thing. He mentions this. Oh, you got it. Okay, great. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada says, this transcendental vibration by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is a sublime method for reviving our Krishna consciousness. As living spiritual souls, we are all originally Krishna-conscious entities. But due to our association with matter from time immemorial, our consciousness is now polluted by material atmosphere. So Srila Prabhupada, he started this entire global movement by simply going to a public place and chanting Hare Krishna. Anybody know what place that was? Tompkins Square Park. Where? In London? New York, right? And all he did was chant Hare Krishna. And gradually, one by one, the souls, very fortunate souls, they're attracted by this magical sound. And these souls became his followers and assisted him in spreading this movement all over the world in a very short time. That was Sankirtan. But he also Prabhupada emphasized japa. He said 90% of our spiritual progress depends on this one instruction of daily chanting our japa while trying to avoid offenses. So it's a simple process. But Krishna also says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamiham. To the degree that you surrender to the process, to that degree, I will respond, I'll reciprocate. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, how dedicated am I to chant? See. So, we are supposed to chant without offenses, right? How many offenses are there? 10 offenses against chanting, right? But, in the Harinam Chintamani, Haridas Thakur says that even if you successfully overcome all the other offenses, love of God may not come. Because we're committing the offense known as pramada. Pramada or inattention. It's difficult to avoid all 10 offenses, but it's easier to focus on the root of the other offenses. So how can we give full attention? We give attention to what we love. But what if we don't yet love Krishna? How can we give attention? So this is the key here. We can do things that show that we're genuinely interested in developing this love. All we have to do is we show Krishna we are interested. That's all. If we can prove to Krishna we're interested, Krishna will reciprocate. You see this temple? Oh, just lost it again. Okay, it's over there. Anybody know what part of India that is? South India, that's right. That's a Srirangam temple. And those tall buildings, do they have deities in them? No, those tall buildings don't have any deities. Those tall buildings on the periphery are actually gates. The main temple is inside those walls, concentric walls. So, for successful japa, there's 4 such gates we have to walk through. Okay. You might be familiar with this concept. So gate 1 is fundamentals. That we want to show Krishna that we are interested. That's all. How do you show someone you're interested in them? First thing is your body language. Has anybody heard Prabhupada's japa tape? He's saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Have you heard that, the recording? He interrupts his recording, his japa, to give a very important instruction. Have you heard it? Sit properly. It's like, Hare Krishna, sit properly. Wakes you up. Why did he say that? Because it's important. We are showing Krishna, by just being all slouchy like this, that we're not really interested. We're dragging our feet. So if you sit properly with your back straight, that shows we are interested. That's all. That's all. Just have to show we're interested. Another good way to increase our focus is you wake up early in the morning, rise early. This is a very good time to chant. Everybody knows that, but it's hard to wake up early because we don't sleep early. If you prioritize waking up early by sleeping early, then it shows Krishna we are interested. That's it. That's the one answer to almost all the questions I'm going to ask today. That we're interested. See. We also have to pronounce clearly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Not like here, kitty, 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 here, kitty, kitty. It's like you're calling a cat or something. Or hey mama, 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 hey, hey. No. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Clarity. It shows we are interested. Right? You want to chant in a sacred space, even if it's in your house, some clean, quiet corner. If you have a little altar space, it's very nice. So now, let us pretend we're going to chant our best rounds, our best mantra. Okay, so everybody sit properly. Properly means what? Back straight. Back straight. Even if you're sitting on a chair, it doesn't matter. Chair is not a problem. Keep your back straight. You know, when you're talking to someone, you want to show you're interested in them. Like someone comes, your friend comes, and you want to show you actually care about them. You put down everything else, and you sit squarely, you sit up straight, you listen. Now we're going to listen to Hare Krishna. You're going to chant with clear pronunciation. We'll just do one mantra together. Okay? Ready? Sit properly. Clear pronunciation. Let's do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the first gate, right? The fundamental. You sit properly, rise early, pronounce clearly. The next gate is the mind. The mind is very difficult to control. We all know that, right? Arjuna says the mind is more difficult to control than the wind. Right? How's the verse go? Anybody know the verse? Chanchalihi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigram manye vayureva shuduskaram. It's more difficult than the wind. Krishna calls it, so this culture, Krishna culture, is the absorption of mind. That's our culture. Absorption of our mind. Krishna calls it the best friend and worst enemy, isn't it? Most of the time we focus on the part that is the worst enemy. We forgot that it's our best friend too. We don't give enough credit to the mind. So today we're going to give some credit to the mind. We're going to prove that we can control the mind. All right? So I'm going to do a little exercise with you, interactive. All right? So sit up straight. Close your eyes. Just imagine you're in your home, in your kitchen. And you go to the refrigerator. You open the fridge door. You look inside and there's a carton of orange juice. You picture that? You take out the carton of orange juice, close the door of the fridge, and then you pour yourself a glass of orange juice. Okay, come back to the room here. That's the end of the exercise. How many did not at all see the orange juice? Everybody saw it? Yes? What does this prove? If you want to do something that you like, your mind will follow very easily. How easy it was for your mind. So easy. Not difficult at all. Because mind is also our best friend. Worst enemy because it just keeps wandering away. But if we bring it back again and again, see, something like juice, we like it, so easy to focus. But if we develop a taste for the holy name and bring back the mind again and again, make an effort, then Krishna reciprocates. We reflect on the nature of the holy name, that Krishna is himself the holy name. Okay? This is the function of the mind and the intelligence. Function of the mind and intelligence is to remind ourselves, what is it that we're doing? Why am I doing this? Because Krishna is personally present. We know that. We've known it for years. But are we keeping it in the forefront of our consciousness when we're chanting? That's important. We have to reflect. So before we dive into chanting Hare Krishna, we reflect. Krishna, you're here personally. And we dedicate it with our intelligence to Krishna. My Lord, this is for you. Okay? So now we know the framework of sitting properly, chanting clearly. We know to focus our mind and our intelligence and understanding that Krishna is his holy name. Okay? Now we're going to do again our best japa. Sit properly. Remind ourselves Krishna is personally present here. He's personally present. We're so lucky. And now with this feeling that, my Lord, this is for you, let us chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Now we'll talk about the third gate. The third gate is the gate of feelings in the heart, emotions. Actually, most of us are ruled more by emotions than intellect. When emotions take over, intelligence takes a back seat. Because actually our heart is very powerful. Isn't it? It's true. Yeah, some people are more emotional than others, but when emotions take over, even those who are very cool-headed people, they lose it. Because emotions are very strong and powerful. It's a very important part of our psyche, of our being, because it's very close to our heart, our soul. And actual japa has to be done with feeling, not just externals. Externals are important, we have to chant clearly. But the feeling has to be there too. Krishna senses the feeling, isn't it? Krishna is known as Bhavagrahi Janardana. He comes for the feeling. So this is what he's looking for. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, the name is heart deep, not lip deep. So if all we're doing is 16 rounds but only with lips, the heart is not engaged, then we have not said the name. Vrindavan Das Thakur says in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Bhakti means crying while remembering Krishna's name. This is the definition of bhakti according to Vrindavan. So we have to cry. How can you cry without feeling? And Krishna himself said in Adi Purana, I am purchased by one who sings my name and cries before me, not by anyone else. Okay, thank you. So, how can we bring in feelings of love? How many people here have love for Krishna in their heart? Yes, very good. How many of you feel that love all the time when you're chanting japa? Let's keep coming out. Sometimes. How many feel sometimes? Okay. Yeah, this thing's working now. Love is actually very difficult to get. Krishna Prem, to get consistent love for Krishna is very difficult. But there are other feelings that are available to us that are more readily available, like reachable. Feelings such as gratitude. Gratitude is very easy. You can be thankful to Krishna for something so easily. You can appreciate Krishna's wonderful beauty. You can appreciate his brilliance in creation. Another important emotion is remorse. We feel bad. Feeling bad is good. Right? I mean, our acharyas, they sing songs like Hari Hari Bifale Janama Gavayo. Oh my, I'm so remorseful, I'm so sad, I wasted my life. Manusha Janama Paya, I got this human form, but I didn't worship Radha Krishna. I wasted, knowingly drank poison. Janiya Shunya Bishkaya. It's remorse. Getting into that mood also is a very nice way of showing our love for Krishna. So we may not have love. Say love is at the end, love for Krishna. Okay, love for Krishna is at the end, very far away. But the stepping stones to that love. The stepping stones can be gratitude, appreciation, remorse, and so on. What's that? Or maybe use a different one. So now let us try to engage some feeling. What feeling are you thinking of doing? Who wants to use gratitude right now? We're gonna do a lab exercise. Gratitude, remorse. Maybe someone wants to remorse. It's powerful. Yes. Okay. Good one. What about appreciation? Okay. Any one of those two. Don't try to do all of them. Take one and really absorb your heart in it. Like, Krishna, I'm so thankful. Oh, Krishna, I'm so sorry that I didn't become your devotee, like completely. You know. But we still go through the first gate. Say properly, chant clearly, understand Krishna is here. Okay? And then engage the heart. Okay, ready? Let's do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. We'll do this 2 more times. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay? This time, really align all the gates. Sit properly, chant clearly, bring the heartfelt feelings. This is the way we should be doing japa every time. At least let's do it perfectly right now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That feel better than you've done in the past? Anybody feel a little bit better? Good feeling, good experience. Why? Because we're putting some extra effort. And we're showing Krishna that we are interested. That's right. 4 gates, the fundamentals, external, then the mind, the heart. So first gate, fundamentals, we just sit properly and chant clearly. The mind, understand what Krishna's presence in his holy name is. And the heart means engage your feelings. You cry in front of Krishna. The 4th gate is a door where the handle is on the other side. We have no control over that door, that gate. What gate is that? It's called the gate of mercy. We come to that gate after going through the first 3. You cannot jump to that gate. You can't ask for mercy if you've not gone through the first 3. You can't. You cannot. How can I ask Krishna for mercy if I'm not even showing that I am interested? We have no right. So we can ask for mercy when we approach the Lord. But if you're not even approaching, the way to approach is through the other gates. It's like those temples. You see the gates through the temples. You cannot go into the inside temple unless you go through all the gates that lead to the temple. So if you knock on Krishna's door, that's the door of mercy. And you will find that when you reach that gate, the gate is already open because you have given Krishna everything you've got. What more can we give? We're giving our body, our posture, our attention, our mind, our heart, our love, our feelings. That is proper japa. And then when we reach that gate with the feelings, what do we beg for? Mercy. We beg for the mercy. We beg for the nectar of the holy name. My Lord, please give me some nectar. Please allow me to actually love you to the point that I don't care for anything else anymore. And Krishna, are you sure? Yes. How sure are you? Look, I'm giving you everything I have. You see. So this time we'll do 3 mantras together. Now we're begging at the 4th gate. Please sit properly. Really cry out to the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. At the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives a very important verse. Which one is that? Very often quoted. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Sharanam vraja means sharanagati. Sharanagati means what? Surrender. Surrender to the Lord. The surrender has 6 divisions, 6 components, 6 aspects. One of those aspects is accepting those things that are favorable to devotional service. That shows that you're surrendering. That shows, Krishna, that you are interested. That's right. That's all. Interest is the first step of surrender, isn't it? So we accept things that are favorable. Is sitting properly favorable? Yes. Said Prabhupada, sure. There are no hard and fast rules. Remember? Nam namakari bahuda nijasara. There are no rules. You can chant like this. It's okay. If you want to study for an exam, you can study in the middle of a rock concert. Nobody's going to tell you no. But it's not the best place. A better place would be library or a quiet room. So similarly, there's no hard and fast rules, but there are things that are better. That's why devotees wake up early. You can do any time of the day, it's no problem. But certain times are better. That just shows that we're more interested. We want to give it everything we got. So the Lord reciprocates as we surrender. We talked about the 4 gates to successful chanting. Fundamentals, the mind, the heart, mercy. And we'll find the Lord is supremely merciful. Okay? Now, we actually have a japa retreat. I did a japa retreat with like this, where we spent 8 days going into these 4 gates. 8 whole days, from morning till 8 o'clock at night. 2 days on each gate. So you can imagine the depth. How much investment is required. I'm just giving a 1-hour version of this. But if you understand the seriousness of it, then your whole spiritual life will be flipped. Before this investment of seriousness, japa is something that comes in the way of your day. After this, your day is something that comes in the way of your japa. And your connection to Krishna becomes so real. It becomes the main thing. That's what Krishna consciousness is about, to make Krishna the main thing in our heart. So, if you like, you can take a sankalpa. Sankalpa is taken with water. And we make a promise to ourselves today. If you like, you can repeat after me. It's a contract. My dear Lord Krishna, today I take the bold step of resolving to make a quantum leap in my japa practice. I pray to you that I can fully commit to being your devotee and chant your divine names with my full attention and love. Hare Krishna. So now we're going to go into each one gate a little more deeply, okay? This is part 2. Focus on sit properly. So we know sit properly is important, rising early, pronunciation. Okay. When we are sad and depressed, we look like this. Our mood affects our posture. Once there was a guy who looked just like this. And he went to the doctor, he went to a psychiatrist. He says, "Doctor, I'm so sad all the time. I'm just depressed. I don't know, I can't come out of this." And what the doctor did was, the doctor also made the same posture, like this. And he kept that posture for like a whole minute. And the patient is wondering, what's wrong with this guy? And then after a minute, the doctor looked up and says, "It works." What do you mean it works? I'm also depressed now. I'm also feeling down. See, our mood affects our posture, but our posture also affects our mood. So if your mood is down, if your mood is not feeling connective to Krishna, seriously, sit up straight and assume the right posture with your chest out a little bit, shoulders up, not too stiff. And then you get in the mood of Krishna, I'm going to offer myself to you. That posture makes a huge difference in your mood. Massive. That's why Prabhupada said, sit properly. Look how he's sitting. This is Prabhupada. Age of 75. He's smiling, sits up back straight. We have no excuse. Back straight, shoulders open, not too stiff. Oh, this also, we lost it again. Okay. Yeah, I think it's, I wonder if it's my thing or, I wonder if it's there. Is that loose? Okay. It's fine. So, important thing is you have to be able to consistently sit straight without, we can sit straight for 2 minutes, but after that it'll go like this. That's not good also, right? We have to be able to sit straight for 2 hours, So, how can we do that? If we are not doing any exercises, we can do a few minutes, 2 minutes, simple exercise like this. You jog on the spot. You just raise your knees. Just for 2 minutes. It kind of keeps blood flowing. Prabhupada used to go for a walk every morning. It's important. You have to keep your body moving a little bit, okay? You can do some warm-up stretches. Stretch like this way, that way. Turn your hands. Just another 2 minutes, you do some stretches. That's all. It's about 5 minutes investment, okay? Then there's pranayam. There's some breathing exercise you can do to help your breath. The Bhagavatam talks about it. This is a purport. Prabhupada wrote this in the Bhagavatam. It says, in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, one must practice breathing exercise, pranayam, abhyasa yoga yuktena. By virtue of these processes of control, the mind cannot wander to external thoughts. Cetasa nānyagamina. Thus, one can fix his mind constantly on the Supreme Personality of Godhead and can attain Him. If you want to look at, that's the reference, 3:28:9, Prabhupada glorifies the value of pranayam. It actually helps you. So do a little bit, 5 minutes pranayam. You can look up, there's plenty of nice pranayam YouTube videos. We don't need to go into the details here. Simple breathing exercises, it really helps you focus, okay? Again, these are favorable things. These are not required to chant Hare Krishna. They're not required at all, but they're favorable, okay? Another tip that I have is sitting on a firm cushion and sit on the edge of it. If you sit on a cushion, maybe put another cushion, and then you sit on the edge, and the pelvic plane is slightly tilted forward, slightly, and the back goes straight automatically, and very comfortably. There's many, you see these cushions, they're available, yoga cushions or meditation cushions. They really help, okay? Now, sitting properly is important. Pronunciation is also important. Every syllable has to be pronounced. Hare Krishna, like that. Don't make it a blur. Each individual, if you cook rice, well-cooked rice, you can see each grain individually. Otherwise, there's a whole big glop. We don't offer glop to Krishna, individual. Each single mantra is like a discrete offering, like ahuti. You know what is ahuti, in the oblation in the fire? You don't dump the whole thing. You do one little bit at a time. Why is that? You see, it's a discrete offering, again and again, right? Okay, so that's about the fundamentals. Okay, sitting properly and chanting clearly. Now, the mind, we talked about how it's the worst enemy, best friend, and we dedicate it. But what is the mind? The definition of the mind, we should know. If somebody asks you, in Bhagavad Gita, or in your tradition, how do you define the word mind? Mana. We know, we use it all the time. Krishna uses it hundreds of times in the Gita. But what does it mean? It's that faculty, the impulsive faculty, that accepts or rejects things based on what feels good. And it is a repository of desires. There are two things, accepting and rejecting, and it's a repository of your desires. And those desires came about from your acceptance and rejection of what feels good, ultimately, anyway. So that's why mind is like a child. Okay? Clear? Mind is like a child. If something feels good, do it. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. If I'm feeling sick, I have fever, my mom gives me a spoonful of bitter medicine, I'll spit it out. The mind's impulse is to spit it out. Okay? It tastes bad. What is the intelligence? Buddhi. Anybody know? And how is it different from the mind? What's that? Helps you choose, exactly. What else?
In some way, your instincts are intelligence as well. But the
Right. But what exactly is intelligence itself? Why some instincts are intelligent, some are not? Like, see, your instinct is to spit it out. That's instinctive. But if your instinct has been cultivated maturely, then that instinct is intelligent instinct. So, yes, you're right. Help you choose between right and wrong. In other words, it overrides the impulse of the mind for a higher purpose because it knows this is better. That's buddhi. So the intelligence is a rational faculty because mind is irrational. It doesn't care whether it's good for me or not. I'm going to spit it out. The intelligence is a rational faculty that overrides the impulses of the mind for a higher goal. So once you have this understanding clear, you know how to apply the intelligence in the mind. You know what components are strong, where to strengthen. Okay, it's important for us to understand. Intelligence is like a child. The mind is like a child. Intelligence is like the parent. The mind can be trained by the intelligence if the intelligence is aligned properly to the message of the Lord. Does that make sense? You can train your impulses. You can train your emotions. That's how you see in the beginning become, okay, so everything's very nice temple, very beautiful. But you see other devotees are so excited about certain things. Aarti time, come on, run. Why is he running? What is so exciting? He's trained his intelligence, his mind. He's so excited about the curtain opening. He's been coming here for 40 years, and every time the curtain opens, he's like, why is this so, I thought he'd be tired of it by now. Because he's trained. The intelligence has trained the mind to understand what is worth being excited about. And then, you see what I'm saying? So our job is to employ our intelligence to be aligned with our scriptural teachings so that our mind can be aligned with the soul, the impulses, the feelings. The emotional, childlike mind takes its cues from the intelligence. What to be excited about and what not to be excited about. I'm going to show you something pretty cool. All right. You see this? Picture. Which one is the mind? And the child. And the intelligence is the guy with the beard, right? Okay, watch carefully. Watch it again. They're watching a soccer match. See, so first the baby, right, the kid is like, oh, we scored a goal. And then, oh, but it's the wrong team. I shouldn't be, cheering for the wrong team. But the mind does like to get excited, but it gets its cues. So then if we train it with intelligence, we will get excited about chanting. We'll develop taste. But intelligence has to be aligned. How do you align intelligence? In Krishna consciousness, how do you strengthen the intelligence? What is the one thing we do that strengthens our intelligence? Yes. Read. Study the Siddhanta very seriously. Discuss, hear, ask questions, read again, study, try to teach, try to explain it to somebody. And that makes your intelligence very strong. And then you realize, why am I not getting excited about this? I should, and you will. You see? When you understand more and more, you will feel better. You'll feel the confidence of intelligence, and our mind will be guided more sharply, more precisely, what to go for, what to be excited about, and what to reject, what to cheer, and what to do this. You see? The right things. Those who become devotees, they no longer get excited about going for a smoke break. They don't smoke anymore. But before, maybe they were. Things like that. Things change because they've become more intelligent. The emotional energy of the mind gets channeled toward our higher goals. And the mind becomes our friend, not our enemy. It becomes an asset, not a liability. You see? So that's... Mahaprabhu himself told us the importance of studying scripture. Anantacharya Prabhu. Hare Krishna. He says this. Siddhanta boliya chitte na karo alasha Iha hoite Krishne lage Shudreda manasha. Siddhanta boliye chitte. Na karo alash. Alash means what? Lazy. Don't be lazy. Don't have laziness in this studying. He says, a sincere student should not neglect the discussion of such conclusions, considering them controversial or boring. For such discussions strengthen the mind. Shuddrida manosh. Strengthen the mind, align the intelligence. And thus one's mind becomes attached to Sri Krishna. Adi Lila 2:117. And then Krishna talks a lot about the mind. Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. You've seen this verse. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me. Worship me and so on. Completely absorbed in me. Right? Does he talk about mind other places in the Gita? Couple of places. Indriyanam manaschasmi. Of the senses, I am the mind. Maya vesha mano ye mam. Put your mind on my personal form. Maya veshita chetasam, fix your mind upon me. Mayeva mana adatsva, fix your mind upon me. Maya arpita mano buddhi. So many verses, again and again. This is the heart of Bhakti Yoga practice, is aligning the mind and intelligence. So now let us prove to Krishna that we are interested by aligning our mind with His message and His presence in the holy name. Let's chant one more time, one mantra. Say it properly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kala. That you have invested, how many of his potencies are invested in the holy name? How many? All. Exactly. Nija Sarva Shaktis. That means there's no Shakti of Krishna that is not there in his holy name. Nothing. His beauty, his charm, his humor, his wit, his all-powerfulness, his omnipresence, his omniscience, everything is there in his holy name. Nothing is missing. Sarva Shaktis. And you're so kind that you don't even have any rules. You can chant anywhere, anytime. And you have so many beautiful names like Krishna and Govinda. But Mahaprabhu is sad about what? Etadrishi ta kripa bhagavano. Durdaivam. How unfortunate. I have no anurag. I have no attention or affection. I have no affection for your holy names. How unfortunate. You see, Mahaprabhu is also engaged in the feeling of which emotion? Remorse. Isn't it? Those feelings. He's showing us how to be sad, how to feel bad. Because feeling bad is good. Right? Feeling bad that we're not connecting with Krishna is good. If you're indifferent, that's the end of our growth. We should feel bad. My Lord, I have no attraction for you. So, now we're talking about the holy name. Understand, Hare refers to Mother Hara. Mother Hara is who? Srimati Radharani. And on Sunday, we'll be celebrating her divine appearance. This coming Sunday. Does anybody know if Srimati Radharani is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita anywhere? It's a trick question. First of all, it's a question of yes or no. Who's saying yes? Some says yes, one yes, a couple yes, some no. Quite a few no. Okay, good. Is the name Radha mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? No. But is Radharani mentioned somehow? Yes. Yes. Krishna says, Mahatmanas tu maham partha daivim prakritim ashrita bhajantanyanya manaso gyatva bhutadim avyayam. This is there, 9:13. This is the verse, 9:13, where he says that Those who are great souls. Mahatmas, they take shelter of the divine nature. In the previous verse, he says, those who are fallen and demoniac, they take shelter of the Mohini Prakriti, the deluding nature. But there's two natures. There's divine and deluding. The deluding one is Maya, and the divine one is Srimati Radharani. In the purport, in the Bhagavad Gita, you'll not find this explanation. Where do you find this explanation? By Prabhupada? The nectar of devotion. To perform devotional service means to follow in the footsteps of Radharani. These are Prabhupada's words. Please read Nectar of Devotion. If you read all of Prabhupada's books, you'll see how they're interconnected. And he references that verse from the Bhagavad Gita. He solves these mysteries. And the devotees of Vrindavan put themselves under the care of Radharani in order to achieve perfection in their devotional service. In other words, devotional service is not an activity of the material world. It is directly under the control of Radharani. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita, see, it's mentioned, it is confirmed that the Mahatmas, or great souls, are under the protection of Devi Prakriti, the internal energy, Radharani. So Prabhupada unlocked that lock. That's the verse in the Gita referencing Radharani, confirmed by Srila Prabhupada himself. So being directly under the control of the internal potency of Krishna, devotional service attracts even Krishna himself. That's why we need to read all the books and study them, not just casually read them. Make the connections. Try to explain this to others. Then we'll understand it, hopefully. That's the first word in the mantra, Hare. That's the anchor of your mantra, Hare. We call out to Radharani first. And if she's pleased, then Krishna will give us mercy. So now what we'll do, we'll chant 3 times. But the first Hare of each mantra you'll do a little bit more emphasized. It keeps the mantras distinct and it brings your mind again to Radharani. This is a tip that was given by many gurus. It really works. Especially if you find your mind wandering, try this. We'll do 3 mantras. Practice it up straight. Yeah. First Hare we'll say a little bit louder, more emphasis, crying out to Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So when we do the longer retreat, after each one of these, we do a full round to really let it gel. Of course, we just bring a couple samplers, but you get a sense, you get an idea. Okay, talking about controlling the mind. Mental distractions, heavy worries. Actually, this word distractions is massively understating the situation. It's not just distractions. I'm talking about major worries that stress us to no end. They dominate and saturate our consciousness. Day in, day out. They don't leave us. We all have those. The cousin who just got diagnosed with terminal cancer. A mother who is thousands of miles away in another country who needs urgent care and we feel so helpless. Or major legal issues happening. Or major problems with our children. Or serious disagreements and bitterness between devotees and friends. The list goes on and on and on. Major problems. What do I do about these when I'm chanting? Isn't it? I can just tell you, just surrender to Krishna, Mashucha, and chant Hare Krishna. And you'll cut me off. You say, Prabhu, I'm not at that level. That I can just become super surrendered and feel ecstasy, okay? These are real heavy. They're very heavy things that weigh on our minds. They're real in the effect that they have on our focus and on the overall well-being in our life and it has a major impact in our japa practice, our sadhana. Everyone agree? Maybe not everybody has heavy things, but many of us do. What's the solution? Suppose I ask you to hold this mug. It's full of water for 5 minutes. You can hold it, no problem, like this. 10 minutes, no problem. 45 minutes, and it goes like this. Start feeling tiredness. 2 hours becomes painful, excruciating. And 3 hours is intolerable, like a ton. That same mug that you could hold just for a couple of minutes. So what I'm asking you to do today is not to pretend that these issues don't exist. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you should bury your head in the sand like an ostrich. It's not what I'm saying. And masquerade yourself as a devotee who has totally risen above all. I'm not saying that. No. All I'm asking is for the duration of this one round of japa. Put down your mug of worry. Just put it down. Put down the mug, knowing fully well you're going to come and pick it up again. Pick it up again. I'm not saying you leave it, forget it. But during this round of japa, put all your worries in the mug, invisible one, put it on the table. Okay. I'll come back to that later. After one round. You chant. You can come back if you want. You don't have to pick it up. At least for a few minutes, put it down. Forget about it for a few minutes. It's okay, it's doable. It's human nature to be able, this is how we cope with things. So when we use this coping mechanism to chant and offer that to Krishna, Krishna reciprocates by helping. See? You will feel a great deal of relief. Okay? So, when you have a properly aligned intelligence, it creates a mental climate and a mood that's conducive to connected japa. The mood is what? My Lord, this is for you, not for me. Right? When we say namaha, namaha means you, not me. Nama, not me. You are important. I bow to you. This is for your pleasure, my Lord. So these philosophical reminders, they set a tone of our mindset, our inner climate control. It's something that we can take charge of. We can decide when and where we want to be in our chanting level. We can set the thermostat, creating a climate in our consciousness, just as we can dictate the temperature and humidity. You know, some advanced homes, they have humidity controls. And they have temperature controls. We can set our own internal temperament and humility. Like temperature and humidity, temperament and humility. We can choose it, adjust it. Our acharyas tell us, there's nothing more in the whole 14 worlds worth having. Is there anything else worth having? No. Other than the holy name. Nama vina kichu nahi koaro. Chauda bhuvana maje. Except for the holy name, there's nothing else within the world that's happening. So, now that we know this, let us chant one more mantra. Just one mantra together. Put everything. Imagine this is the last mantra you get a chance in your life to chant. Imagine this is the one. Put everything you have into it. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is how we're going to chant every day. Part 4, chanting with feeling. We're going to explore this a little bit more before we run out of time. We have a few more minutes. We'll get into this, okay? This is which gate? This is the 3rd gate, okay? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings a beautiful song. This is found in Antya Leela, chapter 1, text 99. Here's this verse. Tunde taan Mandavini ratim vitanute tundavali labdhaye karna kroda kadambini ghatayate karnabudebhya spriham Chetah prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim no jane janita kiyad bhiramritai krishneti varnadvai. I do not know how much nectar the two syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind. Therefore, the senses become inert. See how Mahaprabhu is so absorbed. The effect, my Lord, the effect of your name, it's completely taken over my heart. We can meditate on this. This is how we can engage our heart too. We train our heart by aligning with Mahaprabhu's heart. Why do you think he came here? Why do you think he took this incarnation? To show. It's working. That one's working. Okay. To show how to align the heart. Prayers of Queen Kunti. Very important section of the Bhagavatam. In the purport to this verse, Prabhupada writes, all materialistic men are mad after possessing all these material opulences, and this is known as the advancement of material civilization. But the result is that by possessing all these material assets, one becomes artificially puffed up, intoxicated by such temporary possessions. Consequently, such materially puffed up persons are incapable of uttering the holy name of the Lord by addressing him feelingly, O Govinda, O Krishna. It is said in the Shastra that by once uttering the holy name of the Lord, the sinner gets rid of a quantity of sins that he is unable to commit. Such is the power of uttering the holy name of the Lord. There is not the least exaggeration in the statement. Actually, the Lord's holy name has such powerful potency. But there is a quality to such utterances also. This is in the same purport. Prabhupada is talking about quality of utterances, the quality of feeling. He says, it depends on the quality of feeling. Please note, this bhava bhakti means bhav, it means feeling. A helpless man can feelingly utter the holy name of the Lord. So we have to get in the space of helplessness, depending on the Lord. See, that is surrender. Okay? So we talked about how bhakti is crying for the Lord and the stepping stones to love. The stepping stones are gratitude, appreciation, remorse, etc. These are stepping stones to love. Yeah. And then at the end, we get love of Krishna. There is a prayer. Hari Hari Bifale Janam Gavayu Manushya Janam Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhojiya Janiya Shuniya Bishakhayu. Knowingly I have drunk poison. What? By doing what? By not worshipping you. The nature of love. Okay, it's working. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains what is the nature of pure love in that verse. He says, Premera svabhava jaha, premera sambandha, she mane Krishna mora, nahi prema gandha. Wherever there is a relationship of love of Godhead, its natural symptom is that the devotee does not think himself a devotee. Instead, he always thinks that he has not even a drop of love for Krishna. Is this some kind of pretension or drama or acting on the part of a pure devotee? Is he like in his heart, oh, I have so much love, but let me tell people I have no love? Is that what's going on here? Let me set the example of humility, but I know that I have so much love. No. The pure devotee actually feels, he said, premera swabhav. The nature of prem is that one feels he has no prem. That's the nature of prem. How does that work? Why does that happen? Does anybody know why that happens? See, when someone has a lot of money, the attitude changes. I'm so rich, I'm so powerful. Of course, they still want more and more. They get more greedy. There's no end to that. But here it's different. Premera swabhav, jahan premera sambandh. That when one comes with a cup of love in front of the Lord, and he approaches the Lord, what does he see? He sees the Lord also loves him. And he looks at his cup, and he looks at the love the Lord has for him. And the love the Lord has for him is an ocean. So he comes, whoa, my Lord, you love me so much. I had no idea. My love for you is nothing. I have no love. When a devotee has become purified and he sees face to face the Lord, and he sees how much love the Lord has for him or her, then his cup full or bucket full is nothing. That's why he feels nahi prema gandha. I don't even have a scent. Gandha means smell. I don't even have a scent of love. Not even a trace by comparison. This is the Lord, because the devotee sees what the Lord is doing. That's why the feeling is very real. See, it's not a drama. But how are we supposed to reach that level? The Bhagavatam tells us in the second canto, akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. The key word here is what? I've given you a clue. I've highlighted in yellow, I also written it at the bottom. Tivrena, with great intensity, great force. Tivra. You can say, yeah, I'm chanting. No, but you chant intensely. Then love will develop. Prabhupada said once, you cannot cook with smoke. If you want to make khichdi, right, you go camping and you make a fire with the wood, but the wood is like wet and there's hardly any flame, but some smoke is coming out, and then your pot is like, 1 yard above the fire, and you put some rice and dal and water, and you're waiting. You're not going to get breakfast. It's not going to cook. You cannot cook with smoke. You can argue, hey, fire is there, smoke is there, so it should cook. No. Bare minimum intensity is required for something to work. So the loving feelings, we have to take it to the next level. Our proof to Krishna that we are what? We are interested has to go to the next level. I'm really, really interested in you, my Lord. I've come all this way. You gave me a human form of life, and you put me in touch with Prabhupada's people, and you put me in touch with the process, and here I'm sitting in the temple, and I'm chanting every day. It'll be a real shame to now come so close to making it and then turning because we're a little bit lazy and putting a little more effort. Is it going to take less time to chant with focus? No. You don't save any more time by putting a quality chanting session. The same amount of time. It's not like you're going to earn something if you do sloppy chanting. In fact, it takes longer sometimes to do sloppy chanting. So what are you saving? You're losing a massive opportunity because you're not bringing the tivrata, the intensity required. We're so close. Prabhupada said we must be 24 hours Krishna conscious. Have you heard that? 24 hours. How is it possible 24 hours? At least we sleep 6 hours, 7 hours minimum. So at least maybe 17, 18 hours is the most. If you're sleeping, how can you be loving? How can you be conscious of Krishna? Why is he saying 24 hours? Is it poetic? No, he's literally saying 24 hours. Is it possible to be 24 hours conscious? It is. I'll give an example. When we are in love, We are 24 hours aware of the beloved. Not only is it possible, it's impossible to stop thinking of the person you're loving. It's impossible to not be 24 hours. Even in our sleep, in a subconscious state, we think of our object of love. When our son, Madhav, I have a son, Madhav, he was just a baby. I still think he's a baby, but anyway, he was just an infant. And he would sleep on the bed. And his mother right here. One second. And she's sleeping, and I see she's sleeping. But in the middle of her sleep, her hand comes out like this, Madhav, Madhav. Okay. She's literally sleeping. She didn't even know. I told her in the morning, do you remember? She said, no, I don't remember. Why? Because she's sleeping. But the love is so deep for the child. This is not unique to one culture, one tradition. Every human being, even animal species, they do this. In sleep, the mother takes care of the child because love is there. It's a universal phenomenon. Similarly, it is natural for us to think of Krishna all the time. It's just that we're covered with selfishness. We just have to remove selfishness from the equation. And Krishna consciousness shines forth. Okay? We have forgotten this is love. This is normal and this is natural. That's who we actually are. But we have forgotten. So this is a transcendental, what we call sonic therapy. It's essential for us to revive this to be who we are. Okay? We talked about the 4 gates, right? Mercy. At the 4th gate, we can only cry and beg for His mercy. We pray in the mood of a receiver, not an accomplisher. I've accomplished so much, now I'm going to chant. No, this is how we're going to chant. The mood of receiver. Please, we are here now. We have reached the cusp of the 3rd gate. We're knocking on the 4th gate, my Lord. Please now give us your mercy. Janma Ishvara Shuddha Shri Bhi Edamana Madah Puman Naiva Harti Vidatam Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. That Krishna, only one who is feeling a sense of helplessness, who's not running after selfish things, only that person can call out to you with feeling. Queen Kunti teaches us this, so we have to go with that mood. So now, all of us, we are going to chant our best japa ever. We're going to do 3 mantras together, okay? Before that, though, before we do, any questions? Any questions? Yes, Prabhu. Ananta Chituru. Yes.
Some devotees chant their entire quota during the walks.
Yeah, totally. Prabhupada, yeah, that's fine. So the question is, how appropriate is it to chant during walking, japa walks? That's perfectly fine. But doesn't mean you put aside these gates. You see the postures there, you're showing you're interested. In fact, you can even use it to run toward Krishna, my Lord, I'm begging, and you can run. But can you really get in the mood? If it works for you to get in this mood of begging, then sure. Hey, you can even pretend, like in India, sometimes the beggars, they run behind the car. The devotees run behind the Guru. Krishna say, Tomar, Krishna did the par, Tomar Shakati. Dai tava pache pa, I'm running behind you. So we can be like that in the mood. My Lord, I'm walking. Please, and you're walking in front of me. You can get in that mood, it's fine. But you have to get in the mood of begging. That's important. That's important. Yes, Mataji.
If I'm doing like everything externally, like sitting in a good posture, creating atmosphere in the house, so that is conducive for the bhakti and chanting.
Okay, that's fine. Just speak louder.
But what if I don't naturally have love for Krishna?
Yes.
Like I'm doing everything externally. I'm forcing myself to do things.
Yes.
Wake up early in the morning as well. Like the chanting in the Brahma Muhurta. But still, if I don't naturally have that love,
Yes.
if I can't open my heart, what instruction would you give me?
Yes. So this is the instruction that all of us, this is for all of us. It's not only you, not unique to you. That's a struggle for all of us. What if I don't have that love? Remember I said the love is a very far off goal. We cannot jump to love. It's not possible. But we can grab some emotion that is available right now. The emotion of thanking Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. You gave me this chance. Grab that. Or read a little bit and appreciate. Krishna says, I am the light of the sun and the moon. Wow, amazing. I am enter the planets and I'm giving the juice of life into vegetables and I'm eating these vegetables. Wow, this is you, Krishna. Amazing. Try to align. Krishna gives us so many clues how we can see him. We don't have love yet, but we read Gita and we'll see that Krishna is the fire of digestion. Wow. And the breath, incoming, outgoing breath, he says, I'm that. Krishna, you love me so much, you're doing all this for me just to keep me alive. Then you can thank Krishna. You can appreciate. That thanking is a gateway to love. You see, it's a stepping stone. Thank you. It's a good question. All right. So now we're going to do 3 japa mantra, 3 mantras. The best possible feelings. Okay, so please everyone sit properly and with all the prayer and the begging mood. Let's take the begging stance, all of us. Begging bowl. Make a begging bowl like this. Seriously. Put it in front of you. Keep your back straight though. Okay. 3 times. And this time also, don't forget to say the first Hare a little bit more emphasized because you're calling to Radharani. Okay? Start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is how we want to chant all our rounds. Full focus, full love, full engagement of the heart. Okay, we take one sankalpa, we prayed that my dear Lord Krishna, I take the bold step of resolving to make a quantum leap in my japa practice. I pray to you that I can fully commit to being your devotee and chant your divine names with my full attention and love. I have been chanting for some time now, but I will resolve to abandon my old bad habits and take up all things conducive to better chanting as my surrender to your lotus feet. You have given me so much mercy in the form of Srila Prabhupada's teachings, an example for us to follow. You have given me the association of progressive devotees. You have given me opportunities to chant your names. Please let me make progress on the path of pure devotion, on the path of prema nam, the path of chanting your names with love. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So thank you all very much for your kind attention and your valuable time. It was incredibly gratifying for me to spend this time with you. This is our first time in the UK, myself and my wife, Mansi Ganga. We just landed earlier today from the US. But it's so nice to be here. We read so much about the manor. I always wanted to come here and to be with the progressive devotees here and just seeing your faces, new friends and old. It's very uplifting. It means a lot to me. So thank you for this opportunity. I cannot thank you all enough and thank the devotees who organized it. I want to thank Kirtika Mataji who made the whole this possible. It's on her insistence that I could even come to the UK. So thank you. I can leave off with a few recommended reading. Okay, some books that you'll find many of these points that I put this on the slideshow are from these books. The Living Name by His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj, and then the Nectarian Ocean also of the Holy Name, that's by Sachinandan Maharaj. Then The Art of Chanting Hare Krishna, the green one in the middle, that is by Mahanidhi Swami. Then the other 2 are by my spiritual master, His Holiness Satsvarup Das Goswami Maharaj. Japa Reform Notebook, Begging for the Nectar of the Holy Name. Besides these, there are many other nice books on japa, but these are very specific that I found inspiration from, and I put this slideshow based on what I've read from them, also heard from them, and so on, and my own experiences. So if you would like to read more, please read those. Also have a YouTube channel where I do this, a much larger version of it, so you can see the YouTube version of this, but where we go into much more depth. So you can take a look at those. If you need that, we can share that. But yeah, so I'll leave you with that. If anyone has any comments or questions, we have still 5 minutes. Hare Krishna. Sorry, what's that?
Are you doing weekend retreat or 8 days retreat?
No, we're not doing that this time, but maybe next time we can arrange something like that. In the 8-day retreat, we actually have 2 days where you chant 64 rounds. So you can imagine how you would feel after chanting 60 rounds after implementing these. It's a life-changing. So maybe next time when we do that, for sure. This is just a sampling, a free sample. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the class and japa as well, how to do the japa. Just wanted to ask, you say sometimes japa can drag a lot, when you are distracted. So on average, how long should a japa take for a person?
Yes. It's a good question. A good pace. It's like riding a bicycle. If you go too fast, it's dangerous. If you go too slow, you fall down. Also, if you go too slow, you fall asleep. Good pace, from what I've heard, is between 7 minutes and 10 minutes. If it goes a lot more, if you find yourself taking 15 minutes or more for one round, that seems a little too slow. Maybe you're not focusing. And if you're doing one round in 5 minutes, then you're not chanting with clarity. It's not possible to have that clarity. So between 7 and 10 minutes is the range for a good pace. Also keeps you awake. Right? Yes, per round. Okay?
Thank you.
Comments or questions? All right. I think we're out of time. Thank you very much again. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Look forward to seeing all of you again. And nice festivals coming up, so we'll see you then. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So, can we please raise our hands in the air and chant the Hare Krishna mantra very loudly in appreciation of His Grace Madan Gopal Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for coming, and it was a great honor and inspiration to hear from you about some of the key techniques, some of the philosophy, some ideas on how to improve and deepen our japa. So we're very grateful to you. Thank you so much, and we look forward to more of your association. Please keep coming to the UK.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. His Grace Madan Gopal Prabhu ki. So now we'll be having Shayanarti in a few minutes. The curtain will open. So please do stick around. Hare Krishna.
Anantacharya Prabhu. It's my first time in the UK. Thank you. This is also yours, Prabhu. Yeah. It actually belongs to that. Yeah. Thank you.
You get a little ball.